Firenza, get it together, sister. What is happening? Pull it together.
A few moments later.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Firenza, aka the girl with big K. I'm back with another video, but before we get started, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that little bell button next to it so that you can get notified when I post new videos. Okay, so today I'm back for another review of one of my favorite brands right now, and that is Juvia's Place with their Shadestick foundations. I am so excited to try these for a number of different reasons. The first is because, like I said, they are my favorite brand right now, one of my favorite brands right now. And the second is I typically don't wear stick foundations, mostly because they are tend to be a little bit too oily. They are just never my friends. So I'm very excited to see how these work. In addition to the Juvia's Place stick foundation, I also got one of their new palettes, which is the Nomad Palette. This is like the perfect fall palette, and I am so excited to play around with it. So if you're interested to see how these two things work, make sure you stay tuned. All right, so I got two shades. I got the shade Mozambique, which I believe is my skin foundation shade, or my foundation shade. And then I got the shade Guinea, which after I came home and like looked at these swatches on my hand, I feel like this is going to be a little too red for a contour shade, but we're going to do it. We're going to try it out, y'all, because I'm here. Here we are. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the Cetaphil Ultra Hydrating Lotion because I've washed and exfoliated my skin, but I did not hydrate it. So I'm going to go in with my Holy Grail, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This stuff is the bomb, and I use it all the time when I need a go-to for a matte primer. All right, so like I said, Mozambique is my shade. Also, I really love the uni carton on this. Like, these colors together are just bomb. But then, you know, the actual packaging for the stick foundation is very similar to the branding for the concealer and the foundation with this coral color. I love it. So let's see how much product you get, because I think that's important. It says that it is 0.34 ounces. I don't know what the standard is for stick foundations, because again, I don't use them. But for $16, I guess this is a lot. We're gonna see how much coverage you can get with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right in. I did match myself a little bit in the store, so we'll see what this match looking like. I've seen people use brushes to apply this. I've seen people, now just off bat, it definitely feels oily on my skin. So we'll see. I'm gonna just take my Real Techniques sponge and blend that out. Can't tell if that's my sponge or this foundation that smells like this. It has a very faint paint smell. It's weird. So far, I like the way that it looks. It's not, so this match is a little dark for me. I'm sure you guys can see that on camera. But I think one of the reasons why I've not really enjoyed stick foundations in the past is because I feel like they're never like super full coverage, or like the type of coverage that I could get from a liquid, right? So I tend to stay away from them. I feel like they are made for people with like perfect normal skin. First impression, y'all, this is definitely oily. Like, I feel it. Don't know how I feel about that, but I can't imagine wearing this all day. I'm just gonna add a little bit more around my jaw and on the areas that I have a little bit more pigmentation and need to, or hyperpigmentation, and need to cover. This match is definitely not correct, but you know, for those of you who have watched my videos in the past, you know that I can finesse it. All right. Yeah, so first thoughts, I think that this is, it looks good. It does feel a little greasy on the skin. And it is emphasizing my pores a little bit. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with some concealer. I was looking at that video that I posted yesterday on the I Am Magic foundation and concealer. And I remember I said I didn't think that this concealer was full coverage, and I actually compared it to the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which in retrospect, I'm not really sure why I did that, because this is definitely a full coverage concealer. So much so that I have to use very little in order to not be out here looking like a cake face. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with the shade Guinea, which is supposed to be my contour shade, but I don't know. We gonna see. Okay, this works. Y'all, like, even just the way that it glides onto the skin is proof that it's like hella greasy. I'm not really sure whose idea it was that this wasn't greasy, but it is. So my face looks and feels very greasy. So yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this with, actually, you know what? I am gonna use the Juvia's Place setting powder. I got it, so I might as well use it. I don't like it though, y'all. Just let's be clear. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the previous video. I'm just gonna take a little bit and dust some of this off because I don't like the way that it looks at all. It's very cakey looking. All right, so I did these real Instagram ready brows off camera. And I am gonna go ahead and open up this Nomad palette because that's what we here for. I'm always here for Juvia's Places packaging. But this palette is one of their smaller palettes. Well, not really. I feel like it's about the same size as all the other ones. Maybe a little teeny bit smaller. Like, ooh. I don't know. I could be making that up. Oh yeah, it's definitely smaller in size. But in terms of like the pan size, I wonder if that is any different. Yeah, it's definitely smaller. I'm sitting here looking at it, just eyeballing it. The pans are definitely a tad bit smaller. So yeah, this is like the perfect fall palette, y'all. Like, look at these colors. I'm very excited to just like get in there. I don't know, y'all. This is the reason. This shade here is literally the reason why I bought this palette. And I feel like this whole palette is giving me halo eye vibes. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with today. All right, I'm gonna go in or start with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in. There are no shade names on here, but I think I'm gonna start with this color here, which is like a pumpkin color. Perfect for the fall, y'all, perfect. And I'm gonna put this one right in my crease. Ooh, that is definitely a little bit more orange than I anticipated, but I'm still here for it. So now I'm going to take this army green color right here, down at the bottom, which is actually one of my favorite colors, if you guys didn't know. I'm actually working on a beanie like the one that I have on right now in this exact same color, and I'm very excited about it. To the corners. My phone has been going on since I started filming this video. I'm really hoping that nothing is happening and that my family is safe because I have not looked at my, you know what, let me just look at my phone. I'm gonna go back and use the same brush with the pumpkin color and just add a little bit more to the top of this green. I feel like it got lost a little bit. I don't want that to happen. So my audio got messed up for some reason. I don't know why, but here we are. I'm taking that dark brown color and I'm just gonna deepen up the green. So I'm really just packing that on the middle part of the green color that I used. So I'm spraying my brush with some setting spray, and I am actually gonna go into that middle color there. I was thinking about going into the yellow, but I decided to only stick with the middle color, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It almost looks like my eyelid is wet. I took the brown, the deep brown color, and I just blended the edges of that silver gold color out. And I just went ahead and did a really slight wing. And this one is really small and it's really thin. I didn't want to do anything too dramatic. I used the NYX Liquid Matte Eyeliner. And if you're interested in seeing a tutorial on how to do a winged liner, make sure you click the eye up in the top right hand corner of the screen. All right, so my final thoughts on the foundation. So I've had it on for maybe about 45 minutes now, and it actually is not as greasy as I thought it was going to be. Maybe I just needed to like set it and, you know, set it with some setting spray too, in order for it to like really feel like my skin again and not feel super greasy. I will say that I didn't do my normal step of putting like extra primer around my mouth or even setting powder, and I already have a laugh line or a smile line, whatever you want to call it, right here. But I really do think that that's my fault because I didn't do what I normally do with my foundation prep steps. So yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I think that, you know, this is a pretty decent foundation. I probably wouldn't wear this to like go out or somewhere that I know I'm going to be sweating a lot. This is probably more of a like, you know, dinner, formal event type situation, whereas I'm probably going to reach for a more matte foundation, one that is long wear for like a night out at bars and clubs and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not foundation that I could see myself wearing, and I like come out of the club and still look the same as I do right now. I'm excited to see all of the different looks that I can get from this palette. I'm here for this, all of it. I'm here for it. This is definitely a good fall slash holiday. Like, I feel like this is gonna be legit my go-to like holiday look palette. So stay tuned for some looks from this palette. I hope you guys thought that this was useful. Let me know what you guys think of the Juvia's Place shade sticks. I'm very curious to hear what everyone thinks about them. Like I said, I watched a couple reviews, heard nothing but great things, did not hear any negative reviews. And like I said, I'm not giving it a negative review. I just think that for me personally and my lifestyle, these probably are not going to work as well as, say, their I Am Magic foundation and concealer. I did use the concealer today, but for the most part, I did stick with these two shade sticks. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit me up on Instagram too. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at the girl W Big Hair, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and make sure you hit that notification button so that you can get notified when I post new videos, y'all. And like, she's there. Why are you not watching her? Watch this video and subscribe. See y'all next time.